news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Amy Morris. And there's your closing bell for this Tuesday on Wall Street, where a rally in tech firms spurred a rebound in stocks. We bring you those closing numbers each day here at Bloomberg. The S&P 500 gained 52 points. NASDAQ up 236 points. The Dow gaining 371 points. The 10-year Treasury yield at 4.03%. The 2-year yield at 3.46%. Bitcoin down 0.3%, around $64,000. And Stripe, a private company which helps businesses accept payments online, has reportedly expressed preliminary interest in all or parts of PayPal. Sources say these are early-stage deliberations. Stripe announced earlier today that it had reached a $159 billion valuation in an employee tender offer. We'll get back to the markets just ahead, but first, a brief preview of tonight's State of the Union address. President Trump will reportedly call for a new form of personal and corporate tax cuts during tonight's speech. Multiple news outlets attending today's White House luncheon say the president has an unconventional idea for tax cuts that he believes he can implement without congressional approval. The president is also weighing a pitch for an expansion of retirement savings accounts that could provide a tax break for those Americans who don't have an employer-sponsored 401k. Our coverage of the State of the Union address and the Democratic response from Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger begins tonight at 8 Wall Street time on a special edition of Balance of Power with Joe Matthew and Kaylee Lyons. Catch it on Bloomberg Radio and television and at Bloomberg.com/videos. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has given Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei until Friday evening to give the military unfettered access to its AI model or face harsh penalties. But sources tell Reuters that Anthropic has no plans to ease limits on military usage. Former Defense Department Joint Artificial Intelligence Center Strategy and Policy Director Gregory Allen tells Bloomberg that this dispute between Anthropic and the Pentagon comes at an awkward time.
The user base within the Department of Defense loves Anthropic, loves Claude, and says that their restrictions on usage, at least from the conversations that I have been having, have never been triggered. There has never been a time where Anthropic said no.
Hear more from Gregory Allen on the Bloomberg Balance of Power podcast. A huge deal for advanced micro devices. Meta Platforms will deploy 6 gigawatts worth of data center gear based on processors from AMD. It's a blockbuster deal. It marks a win for the chip makers' attempts to catch up with NVIDIA. Bloomberg's Ed Ludlow.
You basically say to Meta, okay, let's do this together for 5 years. Your engineers come and work with our engineers, and you can help us install the systems. And that kind of projects quite a lot of confidence for the market toward AMD in particular.
Bloomberg's Ed Ludlow. AMD shares gained 9% in regular trading. Democratic Representative Robert Garcia is accusing the Department of Justice of withholding from disclosure files on Jeffrey Epstein related to a claim that President Trump sexually abused a minor. Garcia is the top-ranking Democrat on the House committee probing Epstein and how federal law enforcement handled the investigation. A spokeswoman for the DOJ says that file that listed all the FBI interviews with that victim was removed for redactions, but was then put back online. She says the department hasn't deleted any files, but Garcia says the department has not responded as to why the documents are missing. That's news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Amy Morris, and this is Bloomberg.